name is Bill Dorman. I work in the Genealogy and Local History Department of the Tangipahoa Parish Library, located in AME. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the census as a genealogy document. Let's begin by taking a look at some basic facts about the census, some of which are general and some of which are specific to genealogy. The census is a count of the entire population of the country. It has been taken every 10 years since 1790. The basic purpose is to distribute seats in the House of Representatives to the states by population. From 1790 to 1840, only the head of household is listed by name on the census. Other persons appear only as numbers in age and gender categories, and as slaves. Beginning in 1850, all persons in the household are listed by name. The exception to this was slaves, who were counted on a separate schedule or form in 1850 and 1860. Only the slave owner is listed by name. Most African Americans begin to appear on the census by name in 1870. Beginning in 1880, the relationship between the people in the household is listed. Most of the 1890 census was destroyed by fire. The 1900 census is the only one available that lists the month and year of a person's birth. The 1940 census is the most recent one available to the public. This is because the personal information on the census is sealed for 72 years. The 1950 census will be released to the public in 2022. Let's take a look at some examples of these censuses by using the database Heritage Quest. This is the genealogy page of our website. At the bottom are the links to the databases. From home, you'll need to enter your library card number to access this database. This is Heritage Quest. Let's scroll down. Go to where it says Search U.S. Census. Click on Search Now. This is the form for doing a census search on Heritage Quest. These are the data collections associated with the census. I like to think of these censuses as divided into three eras. The first, 1790 to 1840, is the era of the head of household, because generally only the head of household is listed by name on these censuses. Let's take a look at the last year in this era, 1840. I'll enter an example. Livingston Parish, off the drop down. So we have a name and a location, and this is about all you need to search these early censuses. And the person we're looking for, even though the name is misspelled, appears at the top of the list. Let's click on View Record. Here we have the transcription for the 1840 census for Peter Hammond. You'll notice there are two corrections. The second one, Peter Hammond, is the accurate one. Peter Hammond is the man who this town of Hammond in Louisiana is named after. There's not much information on him, just that he lives in Livingston Parish. All of these numbered people, totaling 9, live in his household. Let's take a look at the original document by clicking on View. Enlarge it a little bit. Here is his name. Here's where he lives in the parish of Livingston. Here are the age and gender categories. The numbers in his household. These add up to 7. There should be 9. Let's click on this arrow here to go to the next page in the document. You see where the slaves are counted. There are 2, for a total of 9 people in the household. There is one place where someone else might appear by name in this census, and that's in this column for pensioners for revolutionary or military service. The head of a household might appear here, or someone else in the household might appear here if they fit into this category. But in this document, the column is blank. Let's go back to search. Take a look at the next era in these censuses. This will include 1850, 1860, and 1870. And I like to refer to this as the era of inclusion, because in 1850, most of the people in the household will be listed by name. Let's take a look at 1850. For example, so I have a name, a birth year, a location, and I've selected a gender, and click on search. And again, our person appears at the top of the list. Again, his name is misspelled. Let's click on View Record. This time there's only one correction, and it is the accurate one, Peter Hammond. And there's much more information about him. We have his gender, his age, his birthplace, which is Sweden, his occupation, tar burner, value of his real estate. But from a genealogy perspective, the most important thing is that all of these people in his household are listed by name. You can see their ages. Click on their names and see their information. Let's look at the original document again. You see the highlighting feature working. The people we're looking for are highlighted in yellow and green, and all these people are listed in the household, all their ages and genders. 2 of them have occupations, and all of the countries or states they were born in are listed. Let's go back to the genealogy page and take a look at Ancestry. You'll need to go through the catalog and access your account using your library card number to access this from home. Scroll down, go to Search the Census, click on Search Now. You can see this looks exactly like Heritage Quest. And as a reminder, even though most of the people are listed by name in the households in 1850 and 60, the slaves were counted on a separate schedule, and only the slave owner is listed by name on those. Let's take a look at the last year in the era of inclusion, 1870. And enter our new example. My name, birth year, and location. I'll search. Here's the person we're looking for. I'm going to click on View. And this is the transcription, which has drags in the 1870 census. Even though there's no correction here, this man's name is misspelled. In this case, Chaz is just an abbreviation for Charles, but his last name should be Daggs, D-A-G-G-S, instead of Drags with an R. There's a lot of information: his age, his birthplace in Maryland, his race, gender, nearest post office, occupation minister. Charles Daggs was a minister. He was one of the founders of the first AME church in Hammond, Louisiana. And in his other occupation as a carpenter, he was one of the 3 carpenters who built the first Episcopal church in Hammond. So he had a major impact on the spiritual life of early Hammond, Louisiana. Using the records, Ancestry has inferred that Eliza Daggs is his spouse, and that these people are his children. And here we see all of the people listed in the household. Let's look at the original document. Here we see the highlighting feature again, Charles Daggs in yellow, and the other people in his household in green. The other people in the household appear on the next page of the document. But there's nothing here that says how these people are related to Charles Daggs. For that, we need to go to the 1880 census, which we can find over here in this list of suggested records. Here his name is spelled wrong. Sorry, his name is spelled right this time. But there are several problems with this census. His age is wrong, his birthplace is wrong, and his father and mother's birthplace is wrong. The consensus is that from the records is that he was born in either Maryland or the District of Columbia, and that his parents were from Maryland and Virginia. Let's take a look at the original document. Here we see the important addition to this census. See that Eliza is listed as his wife, James and William are listed as his sons. And these people, as confirmation, these people also appeared on the 1880 census, 70 census, excuse me. So that we know that this is the same household. Let's go to search. Select all categories to clear this out. And take a look at the last census, most recent census available to us. This is the transcription of the 1940 census for James H. Morrison. There's a lot of information here, including some new things like street address, residence in 1935, value of home, education, weeks worked a year, hours worked a week. And James H. Morrison was a lawyer at this time. In a couple of years, he would be elected to Congress and would serve in Washington from the mid-1940s to the mid-1960s. And there is a stretch of Highway 51 in Hammond named after him, which is Morrison Boulevard. One of the important genealogical points on this census is this column where they asked where your residence was in 1935. James Morrison, he was in the same place, Hammond, but his wife Marjorie was living in Webb County in Tallahatchie, Mississippi in 1935. Let's recap by taking a look at the three eras of the census. Head of household era, 1790 to 1840. Era of inclusion, 1850 to 1870. 1850 to 60, all people in the household were listed by name except slaves. 1870, most African Americans are listed by name for the first time. This is the first census after the Civil War and the constitutional amendments making slaves citizens. And the era of increasing detail between 1880 and 1940, the census becomes a much more detailed document. I hope this will help show you the census as a genealogy document and how it appears in different time periods. I hope this will help you with your genealogy research, and thank you and have a good day.